Hello and welcome. You're watching news now on TV360 Nigeria. I am Fidelia Aguncha. President Muhammadu Buhari has condemned the killing of some Christian youths during an Easter procession in Gombe State. In a statement by his senior special assistant on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, the president described the incident as very unfortunate. He also extended condolence to the families of the victims and wished the several people who sustained injuries speedy recovery. President Buhari also condemned the reprisal killing of a law enforcement official allegedly responsible for the tragic incident which occurred on Sunday. He, however, called for calm among residents in the state, promising further investigations into the sad incident. Meanwhile, the Acting Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has ordered a comprehensive investigation into the unfortunate fatal motor accident which led to the death of 11 persons and seriously injured 30 others. And the federal government says it has largely depreciated the efficiency and efficacy of Boko Haram insurgents. Speaking to newsmen on Tuesday, the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, stated that before 2015, Boko Haram terrorists could walk freely into any city in Nigeria, including the Federal Capital Territory. He noted that the Buhari-led administration has reversed the trend since it assumed power in 2015, chasing the insurgents out of Nigeria. The minister further noted that terrorism is a global phenomenon, that the Nigerian government would continue to appeal to its global and regional partners to stand with it in the fight. The Nigerian Air Force has received 2 new Augusta power attack helicopters to boost its onslaught against terrorism in the country. This was announced by the Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commodore Ibikunle Daramola. Daramola revealed that the aircraft will be launched during the forthcoming Nigeria Air Force Day celebration in Abuja. The force also extended its appreciation to President Muhammadu Buhari for his unflinching support by ensuring an enabling environment and providing the necessary resource for the service to perform its assigned duties. The United Nations Humanitarian Coordinator in Nigeria, Edward Cologne, has extended his heartfelt condolence to the families and colleagues and friends of 2 aid workers who were killed in Friday's attack on Kajuru Castle in Kaduna State. Faye Moni, a British communications and learning specialist with non-governmental organization Mercy Corps, and Matthew Oguche, a Nigerian training assistant with the International NGO Safety Organization, were killed when gunmen stormed the resort in Kaduna State, spraying gunfire and reportedly kidnapping 3 other individuals. Faymuni had been working in Nigeria for nearly 2 years and was known for her devotion to making a difference and countering hate speech and violence, while Matthew Gucci was training not-for-profit partners in personal safety and host and environmental awareness and was passionate about helping others. President Muhammadu Buhari has received the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim ibn Hamad Al Thani, at the presidential villa in Abuja. The Qatari leader, who arrived in Nigeria on Monday, is on a state visit. He was received by President Buhari at the forecourt of the president's office, after which both leaders proceeded to a closed-door meeting. At the meeting, President Buhari asked Qatar to invest in Nigeria's refineries, power, economy, and other sectors. In a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, he revealed that the recharge of Lake Chad Basin was also among the issues discussed by both leaders. President Muhammadu Buhari will be in Lagos on Wednesday on a 1-day working visit. Now, during his stay, the president will commission a number of projects in the southwestern state. Some of the projects are the rehabilitated 10-lane Oshodi Muritala Mohammed International Airport Road, the 170-bed Ayinde House Maternity Hospital at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, and the Lagos State Theatre at Oregun Ikeja, among others. And in order to ensure a free flow of traffic during the visit, the State Ministry of Transportation has notified members of the public, especially motorists, about traffic diversion on some major roads as part of efforts to ensure a hitch-free movement. Some of the roads that will be affected are Mobalaji Bank and Tony Way, coming from the presidential wing of Murtala Mohammed Airport to Lasut Under Bridge, Kodesha Road, Obafemi Awolowo Way, Kudirat Abiola Way, Ikorodu Road between Ojota Intersection and Anthony Interchange, Oroshoki-Apapa Expressway between Anthony and Oshodi Transport Interchange, International Airport Road through the local wing of the airport to Mobolaji Bank Anthony Way and back to Obafemi Awolowo Way. The presidential visit will hold between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, has rejected allegations of budget padding slammed on the leadership of the 8th National Assembly. Now, national leader of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, had accused Dogara and Senate leader Bukola Saraki of padding the nation's budget since 2015 and also working against the executive arm of the government. But in his defense, Dogara, through his media advisor, Turaki Hazan, noted that the leadership of the 8th National Assembly has supported the executive despite their political differences. He, however, attributed the delay in budget passage to persistent refusal or neglect of the executive to present it in good time. Dogara also listed some of the achievements of the 8th National Assembly, noting that the legislature effected an amendment to Section 81, subsection 1 of the Constitution to compel the President to present the budget estimate not later than 90 days to the end of a financial year. And the Court of Appeal in Abuja has fixed Wednesday to hear the case of Osun State Governor Adigboyega Oyetola and the All Progressives Congress challenging the nullification of his election victory. The Osun State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal had on March 22nd declared Oyetola's main rival, Senator Ademola Adeleke of the People's Democratic Party, winner of the September 2018 governorship poll. The court also nullified the certificate of return issued to Oyetola and ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to issue a fresh one to Adeleke. But Oyetola, in a 39-grand notice of appeal filed on March 26, 2019, urged the Court of Appeal to nullify the majority judgment, which he argued was perverse and filled with contradictions. Members of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria, IMN, have taken to the streets of Abuja to mark the 68th birthday of their leader, Ibrahim El-Zakzaky. The group, led by the spokesperson of the movement, Abdullahi Musa, urged the federal government to immediately release their leader, who has been in detention for about 3 years. The group says they will continue their protests until Zakzaky and his wife Zinat are released from the custody of the federal government. And the IMN leader is facing trial over allegations of culpable homicide, unlawful assembly, and disruption of public peace, among other charges, in a Kaduna State High Court. Nigerians have joined the rest of the world to celebrate the World Book Day. The day, which is annually celebrated on April 23rd, is set aside to promote reading habits, publishing, and copyright of published book materials. A young and growing mobile library has organized a reading camp for kids aged 4 to 12 to celebrate the World Book Day and improve the reading culture among Nigerian children.
We are celebrating the World Book Day. We celebrated March 7th. And we're also celebrating today. As you can see in my background, there are many children reading. We are hosting a camping program, and we do this every Easter break, where children can come in, they live in on camp. We have both day campers and boarding campers, and it's all about reading. They read. They've just completed a spelling bee program. They're going to be having a science exhibition because today is also a celebration of World Earth Day. They're going to be having design thinking, which is the theme of the camping program. But the major part, the concentrated part, is the reading. They earn stars for reading a lot of books. They read and they also review what they have read.
Reading helps me to think, and it actually helps me to be like, when I'm alone, when I read, I like understand things better. And I prefer reading because it actually helps people to spell very well. It makes them good, it makes people good spellers, and I'm also a good speller. So that's why I like reading. And reading is my very good hobby.
If it's not time to play and they're playing, I would just want my friends, let's go and read some books to let us learn.
It develops the brain power. It helps you study what you don't know. It gives you more knowledge than you had before. And it's a wonderful thing for you. It keeps you busy. It accompanies you. It's there as a friend to you well, it's the only best friend you ever have in this life.
You're still watching News Now. We'll bring you more stories after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Well, let's now look at the world of business. Annetta Felix is standing by with details. Hello, Annetta.
Hello, Fidelia.
Tell me what's making headline over there.
Well, following the never-ending complaints on exorbitant prices of estimated bills, a member of one of the Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company, IEDC, have called for calm among electricity consumers. In an exclusive interview with TV360 Nigeria, Biola Ogunbiyi explained that unnecessary power wastage by consumers often results to high estimated bills allocated to them. He also explained why some consumers are yet to get prepaid meters despite increase in demand.
High bills can be reduced if we are conscious of how we use this energy. Most people, they don't need this one. You can do a sample check, just go around. You will see, during the day, I saw an Igbo man. In his shop, he just used bulb to decorate his shop like this because he's sending electronics, bulb. I saw a old woman in the morning, they on the light. They said they cannot off the lights. And the person that's supposed to off the light has locked his door, has gone out. So all those energies, if they are not there, the bill will automatically crash off. Every Nigerian wants meter. Everyone, even they said we should not even come to our network to disconnect because we cannot provide a meter. But the relief is, federal government has given almost 200 companies license to bring in the meters. So at their convenience, they can walk into the place and buy. And if you're talking of getting money to pay, it's like when the initiative kicks up, we look at modalities that will make it easier for them to get those meters. So given that probably second quarter, which we are already in, and we trust the federal governments, at least these governments, they means their word. So it's very, very possible and okay that going forward, individual customers, even we have some areas that have been mapped, that as soon as the meter comes, they can go there and get it. We give them other support to ensure they have that meter.
World Bank loan portfolio in Nigeria now stands at $8.67 billion. An investigation has shown loans from the International Development Association, one of the three arms of the World Bank, make up $8.55 billion of the portfolio. Loans from the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, another arm of the Bretton Woods Institution, make up $124.18 million of the portfolio. The IDA is a concessional arm of the bank through which it grants low-interest loans to developing countries, while the IBRD is the commercial arm that lends at commercial interest rates. Now, statistics obtained from the Debt Management Office, DMO, show that the bank's portfolio in Nigeria rose from $6.67 billion as of December 31st, 2016 to $8.67 billion as of December 31st, 2018. Now, what this means is that the World Bank portfolio in the country rose by $2 billion within a period of 2 years. This shows an increase of 29.98% within the 2-year period under review. Nigeria's external debt as of December 31st, 2018 stood at $25.27 billion. With a portfolio of $8.67 billion, the World Bank is the country's single largest creditor, as the bank holds 34.32% of the nation's external debt commitment. The Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Maikanti Baru, says the NNPC was responsible for 75% of gas supply to power plants in Nigeria. Now, this, he says, sums up to over 300 million standard cubic feet of gas per day. He adds that the corporation currently had 1.7 billion liters of petrol in stock, equivalent to 35 days sufficiency, noting that plans were in place to increase it to 2.4 billion liters by the end of the month. Barrow also reaffirmed the readiness of the NNPC to ensure adequate supply of petroleum products in all the nook and cranny of Nigeria. Oil prices hit 2019 highs on Tuesday after Washington announced all Iran sanction waivers would end by May, pressuring importers to stop buying from Tehran. Despite the move by Washington, analysts said global oil markets will be able to cope with the Iran disruption as there was enough spare capacity from other suppliers. Brent crude futures were at $74.58 per barrel, up 0.7% from their last close and their highest level since November 2018. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures marked their strongest since October 2018 at $65.10 per barrel, and that's up 0.8% from the previous close. The United States on Monday demanded that buyers of Iranian oil stop purchases by May 1st or face sanctions, ended in 6 months of waivers, which allowed Iran's 8 biggest buyers, most of them in Asia, to continue importing limited volumes. After this break, we'll come back to see a review of the stock markets for today. Do stay with us. The Nigerian Stock Exchange ends another trading session in the negative territory, dropping by minus 0.03%. The all-share index wraps up at 30,076.00 basis points, while the market capitalization closed at 11.303 trillion naira. Now, the market summary for today shows that 316.117 million shares worth 3.645 billion naira was traded in 3,888 deals. Now, leading the list of losers is Guinness, Unilever, Forte Oil, and Nigerian Breweries. We see here that Guinness Nigeria PLC actually lost 6 naira today, or declining by 10.00%, and that's followed by Unilever, which lost 3 naira today, and Forte Oil and Nigerian Breweries, which lost minus 2 naira and 65 kobo and 1 naira respectively. Now, on the flip side, we see that our top gainers is dominated by the oil and gas sector, Mobil, Dangote Cement, Dangote Flour, and First Bank of Nigerian Holdings, which made stock gains on the stock market today. They increased by 2.80%, 1.06%, 9.81%, and 4.58%. Now, on the global stock, we see that it's a bulls market today. FTSE, Dow Jones, and Nikkei are all recording increases in today's trading session. And that's it from here, Fidelia.
Well, thank you so much, Annetta, for that update. Still to come is news from the foreign scene and the world of sport. After this break, stay with us.
Corruption not in my country. Dalali, my business has been going down. I need your help.
Bawahala. I will show you the formula. I use some bad chemical which I mix, so produce the drugs which gives me up to 4 times profit. Imagine, pa.
So you are one of the people that is killing millions and millions of Nigerians in this country. Daladi, was it not you last 2 months that was complaining about the fuel scarcity in this country, that the government is corrupt?
Have I killed anybody in your family?
You don't have to kill any of my family members directly. Every Nigerian you kill is my family. Selling of fake drugs, expired drugs, putting drugs in wrong packets, all that are acts of corruption. This is corruption. Not in my country. CIA.
Me? Fake drug? Now corruption? Allah kiyaye.
Corruption not in my country.
Stop corruption now.
Welcome back. 32 people have been killed in deadly flooding caused by heavy rainfall that ravaged KwaZulu-Natal province of eastern South Africa from Monday night into Tuesday. Durban was one of the hardest hit areas, with more than 150 millimeters of water falling on the city within a 12-hour period. Now, Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs spokesperson Senzom Zila said 23 deaths were recorded in Durban and 9 others died outside the city. The number of deaths may continue to rise as rescue crews work to dig through debris from mudslides and floodwaters continue to surge through the area. And militant group Islamic State IS has claimed responsibility for the Easter bombings in Sri Lanka, which killed 321 people in coordinated attacks on churches and hotels. The group issued a claim through its Amak news agency shortly after Sri Lanka said 2 domestic Islamist groups with suspected links to foreign militants were believed to have been behind the attacks. In a statement, Islamic State named what it said were the 7 attackers who carried out the assault. It, however, gave no further evidence to support its claim of responsibility. The government has said at least 7 suicide bombers were involved in the attack. Now, while speaking at a press conference, Sri Lanka's Prime Minister Ranil said investigators are making progress in identifying the perpetrators and will be following up on IS claims. And to the world of sports, Super Eagles head coach Gernot Rohr has revealed that Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) are in talks with the Atlas Lion of Morocco over a friendly match ahead of the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. German coach had earlier confirmed the Ghana and Senegal friendly for the Eagles before the Black Star of Ghana pulled out of the arrangement. However, Rohr has now said there is a possibility of a match against Morocco, but declined to give any further details about the encounter. The Atlas Lions, who are one of the favorites to win 2019 AFCON, have not met the Super Eagles in an international match since defeating the Eagles in 2014 at the African Cup of Nations tournament held in Tunisia. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has confirmed midfielder Kevin De Bruyne will miss Wednesday's derby against Manchester United with a muscular injury. De Bruyne was replaced by Fernandinho 38 minutes into City's 1-0 win over Tottenham on Saturday, and Guardiola said the Belgian international will not recover in time for the Manchester derby. It is the latest in a string of injury setbacks for De Bruyne, who has been limited to 18 Premier League appearances this season after battling knee and hamstring injuries. City have 3 Premier League games remaining after the Manchester derby, as well as the FA Cup final against Watford on May 18. And that is our news now. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Fidelia Aguncha. Remember, you can be a part of this conversation simply by connecting with us on social media and subscribing to our YouTube channel at TV360 Nigeria. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.